Have you ever wondered why the industry works so hard to cause men to be emotionally immature? Have you ever wondered why every system, every form of indoctrination on this planet, especially in certain cultures, seems to psychologically, subconsciously, subliminally groom men to not be able to hold space for the feminine? Have you ever wondered why? Have you ever wondered why there are so many people right now that have just given up on finding a good man? A lot of people don't even think it's possible. And one of the reasons that the relationship that I am in is able to withstand difficulties because we go through difficulties, but it's because there's a higher purpose, and we believe in the power of love, and we believe in mutual respect. We aren't perfect. We have our own traumas and things that we're working on. But let me tell you something. The divine masculine is going through a DNA upgrade. I know nobody else has probably told you this. See, people who got huge followings that's banging that drum about what men are incapable of are people who have been hurt by men. And I get it. But see, I'm an oracle, so I can see beyond my hurt and my pain. And I'm telling you, men are changing in the best way possible. Men who accept this change, men who lean into it, men who lean into this upgrade. You're going to see it. They're going to be better fathers. They're going to be better husbands. They're going to be better at everything that they're doing. And Malcolm Jamal Warner was literally going through a spiritual upgrade. Not saying that who he wasn't great, but he was going through that upgrade, and he was getting ready to start a podcast where he was going to be able to spread that mindset for the masculine, to hold space for the masculine. And he not the only ones, because there's others who've been sitting on the sidelines. It's getting off the sidelines now. See, there's a war against indigenous men, because an indigenous man who is able to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally regulated while being spiritually activated is somebody that you cannot fuck with. It's somebody that you're not going to be able to play mind games with. It's somebody that you're not going to be able to dangle money, houses, and cars and contracts in front of them and make them do things that degrade themselves and don't uphold their value. I'm not saying that at the hands of men terrible things haven't happened. Yes, it have. I've been there. But I see past the trauma. I see beyond reality and the illusion. And I see the timeline where men are learning how to be protectors. They're learning how to be nurturers. They're learning how to be caregivers. Even if you can't see it, if you're in a relationship and you listening to me and you like, I don't see none of that, what you talking about? Just keep working on you and sit back and watch what I'm talking about. Just keep working on you. See, one of the reasons that so many women are sick right now, so many women can't work as many hours as they used to, so many women are looking for other ways to make money, looking for ways to make passive income, because our bodies will no longer allow us to operate this world as men. And as that is happening, men are also simultaneously being activated. Do you all understand what the capacity of EU melanin to conduct power? Do you understand that? I know the great mama has returned, and I know that we're talking about the divine feminine rising, but the divine masculine is rising. And as this is happening, it's going to seem like the opposite is happening, so that we don't get behind it, so that we don't support it, so that we don't even believe that it's possible. It's necessary for us to create this world, not based on what we see, but based on what the heart desires to bring into this reality magnetically. You start visualizing your man, your dad, your brother, whoever, whatever man, your own masculine being healthy, being balanced, and not having to be toxic. Now, it's some things I can't say here that I've already said, and that's on my Patreon. I went deep into this with the WAP Wars. Yeah, I did that. Part 1 and part 2. Don't sleep on it if you're watching me. Go on over to Patreon and watch that. And I broke this down and talked about that. And this is happening. This is what we're going to see. Malcolm Jamal Warner was just one of the many that's being activated. And based on the dreams that I've been having, I dreamed about men riding horses, holding space, making sure that we was safe while the power grid was down. I'm talking about indigenous men. They weren't harming nobody. They weren't trying to do nothing to violate nobody. They was making sure the women and children were straight and making sure the other men and the young men, these so-called YNs out here, see, they want them to flip. They want them to commit crimes. They want them to get caught up in hip-hop's image. That's sorcery that's been done. That's not entertainment. You enter into containment. It's breaking down. It's breaking down.